Hi, I'm Jim Juback, and welcome to my Juback Asset Management YouTube video, Hot Money Moves. Now, this week's Hot Money Move is the volatility of volatility. In January, I added some options on the VIX. That's the CBOE S&P 500 Volatility Index. Tracks prices in the futures market for one to two months out. So it's a way to people use that market to hedge. So basically what you're doing is you're buying options that let you track where the VIX goes. When I bought them, the VIX was at 14 to 16. The long-term sort of average for the VIX is something like 15 to 17, so this felt like a good thing to do. I bought options at 20, with strike price of 20, 25. Then recently, the options got really valuable, maybe like 30 or 40% gain, then sold back off, and then bought some more. We're back to that 30 to 40% gain. Because we've got more worry about tariffs. Basically, here's the pattern I see. That when when investors and Wall Street especially get really nervous about tariffs, they get very fearful, they start to hedge, the VIX goes up. So today, well, let's see, on Monday, the VIX was up in the middle of the day about 15-20%, back to 23. And which put the options with a strike price of 20 very definitely in the money. So as people get worried about the next tranche of tariffs, the VIX goes up. What the pattern has been is that when the tariffs are actually put in place and the announcement comes out there, people go, "Oh, that's not as bad as I expected." It's still pretty bad. But hey, people's fears get really, really magnified. So they say, oh, well, gee, we're not going to slap a 50% tariff on every piece of copper that we need in the world. We're only going to charge them 20%. Oh, that's better than I expected. So the VIX tends to then drop off, volatility falls, and until the next time. And I think there's one more big round of tariffs after this. So if you want to try to play this, and if you're an active trader, you might say, well, buy the VIX when as we're building into the actual announcement of the tariffs, because fear will cascade until we know what they're like, and then fear is going to drop off as people go, oh, it's not as bad as I expected, and then you would sell as we're rising into the fear. Buy again after the fear has fallen, and then wait for the next round. As I say, I think we've got one more cycle of this. If you're an active trader, which I'm really not, this might be something to play. And of course, the problem is that patterns like this only hold until patterns like this stop holding. So I'd watch it very carefully, but I think it's an interesting short-term volatility play on volatility, and I'd watch it. The VIX, of course, is the fear index. Ticker is VIX, with some symbol in front of it, depending on whether you're getting your data from Yahoo or whoever else. Okay, thanks very much for watching. If you enjoyed this video or found it useful, please go to my YouTube channel and subscribe. It's for free. If you subscribe, you get notification of when we do our next one. I'm trying to do about three a week, but not always succeeding, not every week. So there's a good reason to sign up, because then you get notification. You don't have to go, oh, where's the next video? I don't know. It'll be in your mailbox. If you want more of my free stuff, you can go to my free site. That's jubackpicks.com. That has 3 portfolios for 12 to 18-month, 5-year, and dividends. Or you can go to my paid site, jubackam.com, which has got 6 portfolios, those 3 plus volatility, which is where the VIX trade is, ETFs, which is where I'm trying to figure out what to do about the dollar and the yen, and other currencies. And last is a long-term, like maybe 10 years, 20 years, very much in the red right now, which is what you'd really like if you've got that kind of long-term horizon. Okay, so you can find links to all those down below, as well as a link to my Substack. As I said, I moved to Italy in September 2023, and we started a Substack called We Moved to Italy. So if you would like to follow along with our adventures, it's free. Go to Substack, We Moved to Italy, subscribe, and it'll show up in your email box whenever I do a new one. Last one I just did a couple of days ago was on eggplant season here in Venice. So thanks very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Join us on our adventures in the financial and Italian worlds. Ciao.